RiRi and ASAP Rocky finally reveal why their kid RZA is hospitalized under critical condition. No one was prepared for what happened next. The world first sensed something was wrong when Rihanna disappeared completely. No Instagram stories. No paparazzi sightings. No Fashion Week appearances. No cryptic captions. Just silence. For a woman whose presence normally shifts culture, that silence was deafening. Then came the image. A blurry photo, taken from a distance outside a private medical facility in Los Angeles. ASAP Rocky, hoodie pulled low, pacing back and forth. His hands shaking. His phone pressed to his ear. And then, Rihanna, stepping out of a black SUV, eyes swollen, face hidden behind oversized sunglasses, but her body language said everything. She was breaking. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Why is Rihanna at the hospital? Is ASAP Rocky crying? Where is RZA? Why are there private security guards everywhere? And then the three words that froze fans worldwide. Critical condition. The secret they tried to protect. For days, Rihanna and Rocky said nothing. No statements. No representatives. No denials. Behind closed doors, however, something unimaginable was unfolding. According to this fictional narrative, little RZA, their beloved son, had been rushed to the hospital after what initially seemed like a minor issue, a sudden fever, unusual fatigue, something parents often dismiss as just a bad day. But this time, it wasn't. Within hours, doctors realized something was terribly wrong. RZA's oxygen levels reportedly dropped. His tiny body struggled. Machines beeped faster. Nurses moved quicker. Doctors whispered in corners. And just like that, Rihanna's world shattered. RiRi's breakdown behind closed doors. Sources close to the family, again, fictional for storytelling, describe a moment no parent should ever experience. Rihanna, standing in a hospital hallway, clutching Rocky's arms so tightly her nails left marks. Her knees nearly gave out when a doctor uttered the word complications. She reportedly whispered just one sentence. Please, not my baby. Inside the ICU, RZA lay connected to machines. Far too big for his tiny body. Rihanna sang softly to him, songs no one had ever heard before. Not hits. Not chart toppers. Just a mother's voice, trembling, breaking, praying. Rocky, usually composed, allegedly broke down completely. Witnesses say he collapsed into a chair, head in his hands, repeating, "He's my heart. He's my heart." The reveal, why RZA was hospitalized. After days of silence and growing speculation, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky finally decided to speak, not to the media, but through a carefully crafted statement meant to control the narrative and protect their child. In this fictional reveal, they explained that RZA suffered from a rare, sudden medical complication that escalated rapidly, something undetectable in routine checkups. The condition allegedly caused severe breathing difficulties, rapid oxygen loss, extreme physical stress. Doctors acted quickly, but the situation became critical within hours, forcing an emergency ICU admission. The words that shook fans the most? There were moments we were terrified we might lose him. ASAP Rocky's emotional confession. Rocky later opened up in a raw, emotional confession that stunned even longtime fans. He admitted that during those long nights in the hospital, he felt helpless for the first time in his life. "I've faced the world. Fame. Hate. Pressure. But nothing prepares you for watching your child fight for their life." He revealed that he blamed himself. That he questioned every decision. Every moment. Every second he wasn't holding his son. Money doesn't matter. Fame doesn't matter. None of it matters when your kid is lying there and you can't trade places with him. RiRi's heartbreaking truth. Rihanna's words were even harder to hear. She confessed that motherhood changed everything, but this moment broke her open in ways she never expected. "I've sung about pain. I've lived through heartbreak. But this? This is a fear that lives in your bones." She admitted there were nights she couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't stop staring at hospital monitors, terrified of every sound. Every beep felt like a threat. The world responds. As news spread, fans, celebrities, and fellow parents flooded social media with prayers, candles, and messages of hope. Hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag pray for RZA. Hashtag stay strong Rihanna. Hashtag Rocky family. Even people who never followed celebrity news felt it. Because this wasn't about fame anymore. It was about a child. Where things stand now, fictional update. In this story, doctors say RZA is still under close medical supervision, but there are signs of improvement. The road ahead remains uncertain, filled with cautious optimism and constant monitoring. Rihanna and Rocky remain by his side, taking turns sleeping in hospital chairs, refusing to leave. Their message to the world was simple. Hold your loved ones tighter. Nothing is promised. A story that changed them forever. This experience, they say, reshaped everything. Their priorities. Their fears. Their definition of strength. Rihanna closed her statement with words that left fans in tears. "He's our miracle. And we're fighting with him, every second." Understood. I'll treat this as purely fictional, entertainment-only storytelling in the same high-drama, viral YouTube narrative style you've been using for your RiRi and ASAP Rocky content. Here's a very long, emotionally charged script designed for a 10 to 15-minute video. RiRi and ASAP Rocky finally reveal why their kid RZA is hospitalized under critical condition. Fictional story, for entertainment purposes only. The internet woke up in panic. No warning. No teaser. No press rollout. Just one cryptic photo posted at 3:17 a.m. A dimly lit hospital hallway. A tiny hand wrapped in a medical band. And 2 words in the caption. Please pray. Within minutes, Rihanna's name was trending worldwide. Fans froze. Blogs scrambled. Comment sections exploded. And one question echoed across the internet. What happened to RZA? The silence that scared everyone. For nearly 48 hours, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky said nothing. No statements. No denials. No clarifications. Just silence. And that silence felt louder than any confession. Sources claimed Rihanna had cancelled everything. Studio sessions? Cancelled. Brand meetings? Cancelled. Private jet grounded. ASAP Rocky reportedly left Paris overnight, flying straight back to Los Angeles. Fans noticed something else too. Rihanna's inner circle, people who never go quiet, were suddenly offline. No jokes. No fashion posts. No music snippets. Just darkness. What really happened to RZA? Then, the truth began to leak. According to insiders close to the family, everything started with what seemed like a normal day. RZA had been laughing. Playing. Running around the house like any toddler would. Until he suddenly collapsed. No warning signs. No previous symptoms. 1 second he was smiling. The next, he couldn't breathe properly. Rihanna screamed. ASAP Rocky rushed him into the car himself. No security. No entourage. Just 2 terrified parents racing against time. By the time they reached the hospital, doctors reportedly said one sentence that changed everything. We need to act now. Critical condition. RZA was immediately transferred to intensive care. Machines. Tubes. Beeping monitors. Doctors discovered a rare, sudden medical complication that had gone undetected, something that can remain silent and then strike without mercy. The words, critical condition, were written on his chart. And when Rihanna heard those words, she collapsed. Nurses had to sit her down. ASAP Rocky held her while shaking himself. One insider described the moment as, "I've never seen two people so powerful look so completely helpless." Rihanna's breaking point. For the first time in her life, Rihanna wasn't thinking about music. Not about fashion. Not about fame. She was thinking one thing only. Please, not my child. She reportedly refused to leave the hospital room. No makeup. No glam. Just tears. Hours passed. Then days. At one point, doctors had to prepare them for a possible worst-case scenario. That was the moment ASAP Rocky broke down completely. ASAP Rocky's confession. Sources say Rocky stepped out into the hallway and cried uncontrollably. This wasn't the rapper fans know. This wasn't the fashion icon. This was a father terrified of losing his son. He reportedly told a close friend, "I don't care about anything else. I'd trade everything for him." For the first time, both Rihanna and Rocky questioned everything. Their schedules. Their stress. Their non-stop lifestyle. Rihanna reportedly whispered, "Did we miss something? Was this our fault?" The night that changed them forever. One night, doctors rushed into the room. Machines started alarming. Heart rates dropped. That was the moment everyone feared. Rihanna grabbed RZA's tiny hand and begged. ASAP Rocky fell to his knees. Hospital staff fought to stabilize him. Minutes felt like years. And then, a monitor beeped differently. Breathing slowly returned. The doctors managed to stabilize RZA, but warned the danger was not over. The reason they finally spoke. That's when Rihanna and ASAP Rocky made a decision. They couldn't stay silent